Alright, what is up guys? JaretCampisi. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Custom Xdiavel series. You know the drill, we're customizing this bike, we're giving it away when we're done. We also have a second grand prize, which is a motorcycle of your choice, and you get up to $15,000 US to choose that, and that's offered worldwide. And the reason we're able to do all that is because of a website called Patreon. Anybody who donates to the projects is entered to win one of those awesome prizes when we're done, so be sure to check it out. First link in the description below. Today it's kind of a sad video for me because we're actually going to be uninstalling these drag handlebars today because unfortunately, as awesome as they look, it completely ruined the ride of this motorcycle. And honestly, I can't even spend more than 5 minutes on this bike without wanting to get off of it. It's funny, I was talking to Carlin about the bars. It's Trevor's son. He's a professional rider for Ducati, and I showed him the bars when we had them finished, and he said, you know, they're probably going to look awesome. He's like, but you never know when it comes to changing that kind of stuff what it's going to do to the rideability of the bike. And unfortunately, it just completely ruined it. It is so hard to ride now. At low speeds, I can't even turn the handlebars enough to move around because I'm so far out. And then just like the seating position in general, when I was sitting there not riding, it felt fine. But as soon as you're trying to ride somewhere and you're trying to do something or move around, like you can't. You're just like, you'd have to, and Trevor basically said too, because I told him when I got home after I had ridden them, he said he'd probably have to put mid controls or even like rear controls on it. And at that point, you're just completely changing what this bike is, and that is a power cruiser that handles well and is comfortable, you know. And so that is really what the charm is about this bike, and it's why I love it so much. And I just, the looks are awesome, but it's not worth it to me to completely ruin the ride. So you know, we ride these motorcycles at the end of the day. That's what they're for. They're obviously, I love building works of art and I like bikes that look awesome, but they also have to ride awesome, and unfortunately these bars just don't do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the stock bars back on today. We're going to install the grips that we have, the bar ends for the mirrors, and what I'll do is I'll send these drag bars along with the new owner, and if you want to try them out, you're more than welcome to, or if you just want to keep them as like a keepsake, maybe we could have Trevor sign them or something like that. Yeah, so that's the deal. That's what we're doing today. First time I've ever had to take a mod off a bike, but that's the way it goes whenever you're trying to do something custom. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. We probably have to build a couple of iterations. Jesus. I've almost wrecked this thing multiple times because of these bars, dude. It's so ridiculous. But yeah, we probably have to build a bunch of iterations if we wanted to get ones that worked. They'd probably have to be like 2-inch risers or something like that, so they're more over here. But again, I don't want these build series to take longer than they have to or than they already do. So I'm gonna pay attention here. I'll check in with you guys when we get down there. So Trevor's got the stock bars. We're gonna put these bad boys back on. It was funny, Trevor said the same thing. He said he figured when the bars were this low, you pretty much need mid controls. And when he was sitting down, he was showing me where your feet would go. And it would actually work, but for what we're trying to do, for what I'm trying to do for this build, I don't want to build like a drag bike, I guess. I want it to be more comfortable, and to me the charm of this bike in particular is how comfortable the bike is and how easy it is to ride. And you know, it's agile, it's still fast, and I think I want to keep that for the Xdiavel. That's why they have a Diavel, you know, because it's a little bit more sporty, I guess. But for me, I want to keep the charm of this bike, and I think the new owner will really love the stock bars. And we can still keep all these cool Duca bike pieces that we have on. We'll put the new grips on there with the new bar ends, so it'll still look really good. So once we get the stock bars back on, these are the grips that we're going to go with. They're new Domino grips, and it's funny because people don't think grips can make a big difference, but they actually really do. And these Domino grips are some of the best ones that I've used. I don't know what it is, it just gives me better grip, of course. But yeah, they're really nice grips, so I'm excited. And of course they'll match with the black and the gray. And then I'm not going to actually put the bar end mirrors on, but I will put the adapters on. So these will go on the bar ends. That's where the mirror will attach to. For filtering in California and stuff, I just gotten used to riding without mirrors, so I'll just send them along with the new owner, but at least we'll be able to put some goodies on today. Never been so happy to put a stock piece back on a bike before. Again, no fault of Trevor's. Just did not work, unfortunately. But at least we can keep these cool Duca bike pieces. They look awesome. Teens like those, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
All right, putting those Domino grips on, sliding on the bar ends, which are super nice. Oh yeah, I love my grippies. Teens is leaving me already for another man. A handsomer man. You guys are going to Lark?
Yeah, I've never been there.
Alright, drink a beer for me.
You'll have to join us.
Bring the butcher and I a beer. No, I'll be over in a little, yeah. So as Trevor's putting this back together, I was asking him how he knows like what angle to put all of this stuff at, like back to stock, and there's actually like a little mark right there where you can see where you line it up with. Never knew any of this stuff. It's pretty cool. Look at that, looks badass. I love those grips. Great way to take off grips. Shoot some air in there, which is pretty wild. This one's a little bit more of a pain in the ass because it's throttle housing, but I don't know if you guys remember back when we were pulling these off by hand and it took us about 15 beers and 14 hours later, Trevor just comes in here and says, the butcher's gonna handle it. All right, so we got a throttle grip on. Trevor said it feels good. He said back in the day when they had really nice grips, they used to call them tits grips.
Titty grips.
Titty grips, because titties are awesome and they feel good in your hand. All right, just putting the bar end adapters for the CRG right there. It actually just has like some pieces inside that expand whenever you tighten this, and that's how they stay on. And then the bar ends mirrors can be put any way people want them. You can actually put them up and down, you can put them underneath, you can put them up above. But again, I'm not gonna have any on for myself because I prefer to have no mirrors and just go straight up balls to the wall. All right, so I'm actually heading over to meet up with Teens and Rupp, and yeah, I mean, obviously they're not gonna look quite as good as the drag bars, but you know what? I'm happy. I'm actually excited to ride it and try out these new grips because they look freaking awesome and they feel really, really good. So I'll take you guys on my little ride over to the bar. Stay tuned. I've never been so excited to use stock bars again. Oh, like see, like even right there with the drag bars, I couldn't even reach. Oh shit, sorry. I couldn't even reach to turn the thing around at low speeds. Like it almost was just like falling over. Oh my God. This is so much better. Oh. And yet another reason motorcycles are so amazing, I don't have to pay for parking anywhere I go. Oh, this makes the bike so much better. I'm so much happier right now. I honestly wouldn't even have wanted somebody to, actually I think I gotta go straight. I wouldn't even have wanted somebody to ride it with those bars because it completely ruined how awesome this bike is. Dude, these grips, holy shit balls. They actually make a huge difference. So this is an area of Santa Barbara called the Funk Zone that I'm riding through right now. Very cool little eclectic area with a bunch of breweries and wineries and all kinds of cool places. So there's some chicks, some ladies, see if they dig the Xdiavel. They probably would have liked the drag bars. Son of a bitch. So I just thought of another category for the Xdiavel versus Speciale video. Which bike would you rather pull up to a bar on? For me, you look way more badass pulling up to a bike to a bar riding one of these because it's a street bike, and look at how badass that thing is. And guess what, you could take a chick on the back once you pick them up in the bar. Thumbs up. All right, so I met up with the lady and my buddy Rupp. Teens, why don't you sit on that bad boy, tell me what you think.
Don't tell me what to do.
Okay.
But okay.
I'm gonna hold this for you.
Nope, I got
You're
it.
gonna put the purse on the bike? Okay.
Scratch it, you know.
Don't you dare. Actually, that tank's going, so. No, check out this mural we found behind it.
Oh, this is so much better than the old.
Yes, it really is.
Not even a strain on the lower.
And how good do those grips feel though, too?
So grippy.
Trevor said they felt like titty grips.
Oh,
because they feel so good in your hand. I was like, Trevor.
I would not know what that feels. Oh, actually I would.
Yeah, you would.
I would know what that
Yeah, you feel those bad boys every day. But doesn't it feel good?
It does.
And then we
yeah.
still got that cool ass Duca bike situation
this
up
is my
here.
favorite part.
It looks really good. This looks epic.
How's the tank coming along?
He said he's gonna send it to powder coating, or not powder coating, to the painter this week.
Are you gonna give him?
He's
the...
gonna finish, yeah, so they're gonna do everything except for the clear coat, because we're gonna stencil on the old school Ducati lettering, not this, but the old school one, and then we'll do the Campisi customs there, and it'll all get clear coated. Yeah, it'll be badass. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this one. One of the first times I've ever replaced a modification we've done, but it had to be done, and man, that looks so cool in the background. I don't know why there's a monkey on a freaking surfboard, but why not? So that's gonna do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more. Make sure you check out the Patreon page if you want to be entered to win this bad boy. Next month, we're gonna be finishing this build, and it's gonna be going to a new home, so be sure to check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.